Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 50 of The WYLDE Beyond. And I am so happy to say that for the 50th episode, we are joined once again by the full WYLDE Beyond complement, joined by these 6 incredibly talented performers, players, just all around great people. Thank you all for spending the last, has it been a year and a half at this point? I believe, at least approaching there. Thank you for spending the last 50 episodes telling this story, and it has been an amazing one. So, we have Devon playing Gromp.
Hi, I'm playing Gromp.
Lauren as Bodie. Sarah as Kieren, sometimes referred to as Kai. Welcome, Raiders.
My raspy voice is now entirely unintentional because I'm fighting bronchitis.
Look, sometimes illnesses or problems of the throat can lead to really great voices. I'm not gonna lie. I never sound sexier than after a cold.
My voice is now Ricola flavored. I'm not asking for an endorsement.
Tell your baker girlfriend that.
Mav playing Otto.
I like to kick, I like to stretch, and I'm 50.
Morgan will be playing Melon.
Insert sounds of devouring something here.
Perfect introduction, actually. And last but not least, we have Joe as Wraught.
I'm the sexy one, so all of your subs go to feet pics of my lizard.
I mean, there's a market for that. I'm terrified that there's a market for that, but there is a market for that. And I, as always, am Ethan, your dungeon master for the evening. Hello to all the raiders coming in here from Sally Quinn Creation. She did such a wonderful painting today. So I hope after that stream, you're ready for a different type of story style stream here. So
absolute bullshit.
That too. Before we jump in, I do just have a few quick things, just general announcements. First of all, we will be off for the next 2 weekends. Next weekend because of Emerald City Comic Con, and then the one after that for another reason that I can't remember. An in-town con. So we'll be off for those next 2. But
I think you should stream them from on stage at your con.
If I could, I would. The lovely chirps of these kittens is one of my second announcements. I do have 2 very kind boy cats here who love their mother very much, and when they can't get to her, make it known. So it is now canon in all of my streams for a little bit. Anywhere the players go, there is at least a 50% chance that they're cats. There, it's canon. And my final few announcements, this, as with almost all of our actual play streams, is 18 plus, so just be aware of that. There you go. Don't need to go more into it. It's for adults. And if you are listening to it and you're below 18, naughty.
Fuck off!
He's a bad kid, even though I was doing the same thing.
Go to bed.
And the final announcement
Go play Minecraft.
Is past episodes of WYLDE Beyond, City of the Crimson Tower, Mothership, Our Brilliant Ruin, and a new upcoming mini-campaign can all be found on our podcast, Go Buff Yourself, where we take the episodes from actual play and edit them down a little bit into a narrative play. So all those gaps where we're looking for our dice are removed. Those are all, as Gromp remembers to grab his dice.
Right here.
All right, those are all of the announcements, so let's go ahead and run that intro video so that we can get into episode 50 of The WYLDE Beyond. We're back. When we were last with the Wild Things... Oh, before we jump in here, I need some music. There we go.
Regale us, Bardetti.
When we were last with the Wild Things, they had successfully pulled off a dangerous and slightly harebrained plan to make their way into Loomlurch, the home of Scabatha Nightshade, somehow acquire the information as to how to make a Leafy Stone, a pass stone to make it from this part of the Feywild to another called Yawn, and at the same time break free around a dozen children who were being held in Loomlurch as, let's use a diplomatic term, forced laborers. And somehow and also to potentially rescue a unicorn who might be there.
And a pig.
And eventually rescue a small pig named Oink. But somehow, with all of these goals, and with the party splitting into 4 at one point, they pulled it off. And the Wild Things, with a small collection of pigs, a slightly bigger collection of children, returned to the Grove of Little Oak and the Getaway Gang. And it was here that Lamorna the unicorn was reunited with her love, Eladon. Using some of the final traces of her magic, Lamorna was able to break the curse on Eladon and return him to his former glory as a unicorn. And then Lamorna used the last remnants of her magical power to remove one of the curses that had been placed by Scabatha onto members of the Wild Things. Specifically, the curse on Bodie that was giving 3 points of exhaustion and making him a very tired turtle.
So pretty when your mouth shut.
Been told. And after that, the group managed to convince Will to go with them to Vale Crossing to speak with the mayor about the potential of any who wish from the Grove to go to live there instead. And so, all of you, along with Rune, and the Displacer kitten, Star, was returned via fairy portal to her mother, Dirla, at the Witchlight Carnival. Oh, I'm sorry. I said her. His. Star is his. I don't know why I keep calling him her. But
it's whatever they want to be.
Fair enough. And eventually you all departed the Grove with Rune, the Blink Dog, who said his farewells, gave you a little bit of information, and headed back to his pack. And so you all returned to Vale Crossing, where Kieren went to the blacksmith to speak about the potential of Sam crafting the Leafy Stone, which, after providing him the recipe and the more difficult to acquire ingredient, the Snarkhorn, he said that he should be able to do, though it would take him around 36 hours or so.
And I got back the sit sprites.
It's true, you got back the little coal sprites, because they almost burned the place down. It was Otto and Will and Wraught, and Gromp, who was tagging along pretty quietly, went to speak with the mayor about the whole situation, while Bodie and Melon returned to Thistlehold to begin preparing food and dinner for everyone. And so that was where we left off. You all split up in different places in Vale Crossing, but all of those individual matters that you had sought out have been concluded at this point. So, first question to those of you who weren't already at Thistlehold, would you be returning there, or where would you be heading? Because Will and the mayor had split off to discuss details about everything. Yeah,
Heck
Otto.
yeah.
And Kai, you'd be heading back, okay?
Otto would be going back because he's got gifts and stuff to take, deliver.
All right. Okay. So in that case, where we will pick up is back at Thistlehold. And in an incredible coincidence, the 4 who were not at Thistlehold yet all arrive at almost the same time. So, no, wait, what? Huh? Why? No?
I'm going to go somewhere else.
Oh, okay. So
While they're
you were
doing
not
that.
traveling
I
together.
can't eat.
Okay.
No.
So, Otto was heading back to Thistlehold. Gromp, would you be heading with Otto?
Yep.
Okay. You head that way. Then, Wraught, where were you heading?
An art supply store.
Okay. You seek out an art supply store. Could you make me an investigation check?
11.
11. Okay. It takes you a little while to find one. There isn't one in Blackberry Row where you were, so you have to go back to the main part of Vale Crossing, ask around a few times. So as you're looking around, the 3, Otto and Gromp and Kieren, the 3 of you, coincidentally happen to arrive outside of the estate, the house Thistlehold that had been lent to you all by the town. And you arrive at pretty much the same time. The door is closed, and if memory serves, this place required the answer to a riddle in order to get inside. And so, as the 3 of you approach the front door, the door knocker, which is shaped like the face of an old man with very long mustachios, that actually the mustachios end up connecting to the ring. That is how the ring is attached to the face, is his drooping mustaches then just loop into a knocker that can be kung kung kung. But as you approach, the eyes squeak open.
What is a room that you can never enter?
That's not the password. What?
I thought password was the password.
No, this is not. That's not the. No. Changed it. What was the riddle? What?
What is a room that you can never enter?
Kai's gonna lean over both of them. Mushroom.
Mushroom?
The door unlatches
Guys, fun. Come on.
and swings open slightly.
I was actually about to say mushroom, so beat me to
Yep.
it.
You're a genius. Totally.
What can I say?
So
After you, genius. And he's gonna like the hand motion.
as the 3 of you step inside, you can hear activity from a one of the upper stories. As
No, I'm sure these need to be wet. No, they were. It's like these little white things need to be wet. It's like,
If
it's
you-
too dry right now.
If they're too wet, they get mushy though. We just learned it from the other 2 batches.
I mean, yeah, but it's like, where do we just say it was too wet and not wet enough?
Maybe if we put it in for less time this time than the other 2 times.
I mean, what if we
You-
cover it?
the 3 of you
It's called-
hear all of this from the first story.
Well, that seems like a you guys job. I'll meet you there for dinner. And I just stroll in and go sit down on the couch.
You walk into the gathering room, and as you step in and plop down on the comfy couch, the fire ignites and begins giving a warmth and glow to the room.
I still think you had a great idea with the chicken pairing as opposed to the shrimp pairing. I think it's going to be a lot better on the palate.
I know, but it's like chicken, the eggs, this white stuff, and then greens thrown in. I thought greens would work. None of this green stuff in it. No,
You need that
it's
part?
supposed to work.
And Bodie will come up. Oh, maybe he just got it. And he scoots past you just a little bit. And he just goes poof, with his hands in what I assume is supposed to be flour.
No, rice.
Rice, even worse. And he's just gonna mix his hands around. Now the ingredients are fully incorporated.
But it's like I thought we were supposed to put the stuff on.
Here, grab
Cook
the water.
those.
We'll just scoop it in.
Semi-wet, and then combine them. I can't. I've been trying to. You see, I'm trying to scoop and just go straight through it.
Otto.
There's a cat on my lap, by the way.
Yep. Don't even know where this cat came from, but there is now.
But he hopped up on my lap, and now I'm petting him.
Otto still holding like the big packages and stuff. We'll look over to Kai. You know, I know your voice sounds a little rough right now. That you can get rid of that with some honey and any type of like really strong alcohol. I don't know where Wraught went, but if you get some of the moonshine, heat that up real nice, it'll it's like a cure-all. So if you want to get rid of that little scratch in your throat.
Love the advice, but it was really weird how you just kind of interjected that you didn't know where Wraught was inside all of that recommendation.
Well, we walked off. I had to go get the emotions to this, and she took off somewhere else. She said she'd be fine, and she'd meet us back here.
She usually is. All right. Thanks for the advice. And he's going to go do that.
Yep, you're welcome. And
as I promptly cough.
Take a luck point, Otto.
That was nice you offering care to a friend.
And so
He'll go look for some of Otto's family moonshine.
Have you your family moonshine? Is any of that around, Otto?
Wraught has it.
I see.
But as you do head up into the kitchen, which is the second floor of this building, where Bodie and Melon are doing their thing, you walk over to the cabinet, and you're just thinking about the conversation you just had with Otto looking for moonshine. And as you open the cabinet, there is a small jar there, a clay jar that has a cartoonish little XXX across it. It's very stereotypical looking of cartoon-esque moonshine. It isn't the label or design of Otto's family, but it seems to be something. Yeah, that's
just gonna drink
moonshine.
straight a little bit.
Yeah, that on a raw throat, without mixing it with anything. Yeah, I mean that'll have an effect.
Can't hurt if you can't feel it.
Also fair. So as as Kieren is numbing their throat with moonshine, we cut really quick.
It's bubbling.
To Wraught. You have to, like I said, to find a art supply shop, you have to go back into Vale Crossing proper. And eventually, though, you do find a small building that is, you almost miss the first time because it looks like it's squished between two other buildings. Like, when I say it looks like it is squished by two other buildings, the walls bow inward as if it was literally had been squished by these buildings. But there is a small sign outside of a paintbrush and an easel, and it looks like a hand-painted sign as well. And when you look through the window, you see what looks like currently a children's art class is being held. There are children here that range between the ages of, or the perceived ages. Some longer-lived species are more difficult to identify the exact ages of, and some are so different in their aging process that's hard to guess. But they look like anywhere between like 5 and 15 years old. And it looks like they are currently working on painting. Specifically, there are easels and canvases set up in front of them. There are 2 children towards the back who are just splattering paint across it. And there's a small gnome woman who you can see through the glass walking between the rows, who seems to be in charge of tending this class.
I'll head on in.
You step inside, and the woman who is the gnome woman is in the middle of giving a little advice to a small bugbear child on their painting, and sees you and continues to address the child while holding up a hand to you to let you know that she saw you enter. After she finishes talking with the kid, who nods excitedly and gets back to work, improving on a few things, she heads up to you. She has... This gnome, if I told you that there were a gnome woman in charge of an art studio, an art supply shop that taught children, and asked
Short
you...
Miss Frizzle.
Literally, yes. That is 100% the image and 100% this person. Except she is, like I said, gnome. She has blue hair that is tied back with a paintbrush used to hold it in place, but the hair is just completely out of the bun, and locks are falling here and there and all around. As she walks up to you, to blow a blue lock of hair from out in front of her eyes. She has paint and charcoal and different art mediums all over her clothing. She's wearing a smock. She has a streak of orange and green paint on her face that looks like it probably came, you clock the same paint on her right knuckle. So it looks like she might have smudged it there while she was rubbing her eye.
Been there, done that.
Yep. And her smock has paintbrushes and tools and everything stuck in there. And she walks over to you. Yes, can I help you?
Maybe more than you think. I was actually looking for one thing, but now I can think of 2.
All right, let's start with the first.
I was looking for some wood carving tools I've recently come upon, and she's going to click all of the joints in her hand. A curse.
Oh my, that's new then.
A little, yes, within
you
the
know,
same day.
I always tell my students that you have to make the best of mistakes. So, I mean, making the best of your situation, I respect that. Wood carving tools. Let me see what I can go find. And she starts to walk back through the classroom. She doesn't take a direct path to wherever she's going. She weaves through the aisles and checks on every child. There is a little human girl that she has to essentially sit back down in her stool, stay. And there's another, though, a moon elf boy who is very quiet and kind of in the corner. And when she approaches, you can see his painting. He is good. And she goes over and, just whispers a few things, a little piece of advice here and there, and pats him on the back, and then steps into a back room, and you can hear clattering sounds as she's looking for things. Something falls. It sounds like a paint can. Never mind. Begins just going through, and eventually she steps out. She has her arms with little tools in them. You had your hand up?
While she's in the back, I'm going to weave my way between all the kids up to the front.
Okay.
And I'm going to go to, spin around to all the kids from the front of the room. I go, what's more fun than canvases? And I'm going to reach up and pop my wings off. Just pull them out of the sockets that they're stuck in. And I'm going to lay them down on the floor, all spread out. And I go, you want to paint some dragon wings?
And she walks out as you are doing this. Oh, children, as they started to get, started to stand up. Hey, sets down what she was doing. Hey, 1, 2, 3, eyes on me. And the kids, 1, 2, 3, eyes on me. And go back and start returning to their seats. Where are we? Are we in our seats? I need you in your seats before I can start talking. Oh, the screech of stools as they sit back down. All right. We have a... Continue working on your paintings. Let me see exactly what our guest here would like done with her wings. Just give me a second. Just hold on. Go. You all continue what you're doing. And she grabs you. And she, like, by your hand and pulls you into the back room. And she's a gnome woman. She's 3.5 feet. And from that height, she looks up at you and she just curls her finger several times in a come down here.
Click, 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 click.
As you do, she starts to say something and then looks towards the open door of the supply closet that she just led you into. And she quietly, like, turns the doorknob so that it doesn't make any sound as she closes it and shuts it. If you come into my classroom again and you start telling my children what to do, you and I are going to have real problems.
I didn't tell them. I said they were scared.
Okay?
They're children.
My kids. Not yours. Mine. While they're here, they're my responsibility. You understand me? And you, I don't know you.
You think they're going to riot over a couple of new canvases?
She stops and begins to pick her words carefully. I don't know you. You just came into my studio, asked for a favor, which I was happy to provide, and then, in the few seconds I was gone, you stepped to the front of my class and began to give instructions to my students. In what world is that appropriate? Please, tell me. I've only been to 2.
The Feywild, as far as I can tell.
Well,
it's wonderful.
Oh, it is. Now, if you would like to borrow some woodworking tools, I would be happy to lend them to you. Is that what you would like?
Can I trade the woodworking tools, which I was going to pay for your children's artwork on my wings?
You wish to pay me for my tools by having my students do work for you? That seems like you getting
Seems
two
better
things.
than leaving them plain.
If you wish to buy
I'm a
some
toy
paint
now.
If you wish to buy some paint, I would be happy to sell that to you as well. Or
I'll pay for whatever you want me to.
Or if you wish to join my class, I always am welcoming new students. I'm sure we could get those wings painted up something fine.
Madam, I'm happy to pay for whatever you want me to pay for. But
if you simply
I'm
want
a
the
toy
tools,
now.
If you simply want the tools, I am happy to lend. I don't have my woodworking course for another 2 weeks. So as long as you have them back to me by then, they're yours to use. Be careful with them. If you wish some paint, that I would have to sell you. Or if you wish to join my class, first class is on me. But you are not now, nor do I think you will ever be my co-teacher or theirs. So, let's conduct our business, and if you wish to be my student, then we can talk about that. If you wish to be my customer, we can talk about that.
And how do I become a co-teacher? Madam. Or
show me what
do I
you've
have to
got.
buy you coffee first?
Show me what you've got. If you impress me with your painting, we can talk.
In that case, let's paint.
Very well.
It's a paint-off.
Step out of the door. Chaos out here. Like, the soundproofing of this door is actually fairly impressive because I don't know if you've seen, like, Kindergarten Cop, but, like, where it just steps out of the room and then steps back in and hell has broken loose. There is a child who currently has paint on him. He got some type of batting from somewhere, and is covered in like pillow batting and a chartreuse paint that is running down his face as he is screaming high pitched, running down the halls. The night elf boy who was at the front corner is in the process of picking his easel up and like scooting farther away to make sure none of the paint gets onto his project. And the gnome woman steps out.
I will
1,
touch
2,
her
3.
shoulder and cast prestidigitation so she sounds much louder.
1, 2, 3. Eyes on me! As you exaggerate the volume of her voice, and all the eyes snap that way except for the kid who was running around covered in paint, who continues squealing until he runs too close to the teacher, who just reaches out and grabs his collar. I don't know what's happening out here, but I don't think this is necessary for your projects. And there is a goom, goom, and she looks towards a clock of sorts. But it's a clock that doesn't have any numbers. It's just like, it has hands, but it also has 5 of them. But as it begins to gong several times, well, that's our time anyway. Those of you who meet your parents outside, they should be waiting for you. The rest of you, scurry on home. You, Thomas, come here. And like the little one who had started to creep away covered in paint. And she grabs him by the ear. If you think there's any way that I'm letting you out of here looking like that, you are out of your mind.
Prestidigitation. 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 All the paint's gone.
What do we say?
Thank you.
That's right. Now get out. And she gives
I think
him...
he still had some in his mouth.
She gives him one of those little swats on the butt as he walks by her, and he just gives a little... and hurries out the door. And you can see him be met by his father out there right in front of the door. Anything interesting happen today?
No, it was boring.
And they start to leave. Kids. The gnome woman looks to you. Well, I've got a lot of cleanup to do. You.
I'll help.
I know. Get them up.
Can I use magic, or do I have to do it the hard way?
It's the work that makes the service matter.
I was never a fan of service building personality.
Choice is yours. But she goes and grabs them up. And she
I
grabs
use a
one
mop,
her
but I'll use
size.
prestidigitation with a mop.
And she like sets a U-size mop out as well.
And she's definitely going to make the motions of a mop, but use prestidigitation while moving the mop.
All right. So as you two start to clean up the classroom a little
building
bit.
character, my ass.
Start to clean up the classroom a little bit. What about the 5 of you in Thistlehold? What's going on?
It's bubbling. Okay, I think do you add the egg now or you take it off?
No,
Take
I
the
think we
water
should
out.
I think we need to let it finish.
Are you sure? It might get squishy.
It still
If we
looks
let it.
really, it still looks really small. It's supposed to be
Okay.
bigger.
And last time it got like twice as big. Okay, yeah, it's not.
And Bodie sits the pan down and just kind of crosses his arms over.
Yeah, afterwards,
Yep.
it's like I thought we put everything together in a pan and then just heat it up again, 'cause the meat and egg are cold now.
Yeah. Do you want to heat it before? I think you just put any top. I don't know.
No, it's called fried. It's like, do we do it all together afterwards?
You hear from downstairs Gromp yelling, "First it gets big, then you let it finish, and then it gets squishy."
I don't think he's talking about cooking.
Kai's like laying on the couch and
That's-
quietly whispers to himself, "That's what she said."
Yeah, it sounds like a medium thing.
Do you think he's done? Do you think he's ready now? I mean, he's getting pretty big. I don't want you to explode on me unexpectedly.
I don't know. It looks like it's done bubbling. Maybe.
Yeah, take it off. Let's take it off. Okay, drain it.
Okay,
Put
no.
your hands out. Put your hands out. I gotta strain it.
Can't. You know this now. He still put the motion out to put out his hands.
We don't even. we only mess with a little bit. It's okay. Okay, here you go. It's ready. Whatever you do with frying it. That's what you
Big
do.
pan. The grain.
I know what it is.
Meat, greens, and what sauces are in the cupboard?
What's
I'm
it
gonna go look in the
hot?
cupboard for sauces.
So, whatever sauce that you are looking for, there is a pretty decent version of it in the
I'm
pantry
looking
here.
for a brown one that smells like fish.
Yeah, there absolutely is that.
Cool, I go for it. I can't grab it. Bodie!
What? Oh,
That one.
oh yeah, I got it. Go. Ooh, man, you sure?
Yeah.
And he
need this
licks
one
the
up
top
on
of it?
I also need this
It's
one on
good.
the very top shelf.
Fuck, man. Ooh, ow, ow, my shoulder.
Kieren, could you make me a Constitution saving throw?
Rip.
I just want to know how, if at all, drunk a straight shot of moonshine got you.
Dirty 20.
You're fine.
I'm gonna retcon this. Can I say I rolled like an 8 or something?
Just for what it's worth, I will almost always allow you to choose to fail something that is quote unquote detrimental to yourself.
I'll say, yeah, I'll not like total failure, but kind of failure. He doesn't need to be stone sober.
Fair enough. Well, that was just after one. He didn't get the desired result. Go for another.
You probably
I
had
doesn't end up drinking a
four.
lot. It's like we had the beers at the walking bar, but like it's not like he ends up drinking a ton. So I think hard liquor is not something he usually has the money for. It would just be beers. So like straight moonshine, having a big swig of that. And I imagine he went and did the instructions of like heat it up and dilute it and is still sipping that like a hot toddy. He's like, this is stronger than I anticipated. Yep, still just as strong as the last sip. Yep, gotta do another one for good measure. Science.
I don't mean to be rude, but you look really good. You look healthy.
Do I? I look really good, you say?
You look healthy, yeah. Congratulations. Do you want a hand?
I would give that a flirty like response, but I'm a little bit too tired for that. So
No, I
would you like a
understand.
sip?
That's actually what I was going for. Thank you very much.
Would you say
You want to
he
kiss your mouth and you kiss your
would?
Boo.
Yeah.
I'll take
Hand
backlash.
it-
I don't
yep.
care.
Hand it back.
So, anything else you all are wanting to accomplish this evening in general? Just so I
I'd
know.
like to see if we can roll a triple disadvantage fried rice.
So I do have a question.
Yeah.
The failure magic gal that Melon was talking to at the bar, did she have a quest as well that was associated with her?
So, I hesitate to answer the word quest because that makes it sound like something that, like, I am saying,
Side
here, go
quest.
do. But there was a magician who Melon met in the Underfoot Tavern. Alice was her name. And she had... I don't actually recall exactly how much you spoke to her.
It was just Melon, so
Melon.
Kai doesn't know
Melon.
anything. But then knowing that, I think because now Kai and Gromp are sipping on moonshine hot toddies, as soon as the cup's empty, they're gonna look at it and go, Gromp can't drink anything?
I can't.
Doesn't
You don't tell.
need
Just because I'm a little wood.
to.
Oh, he
Just 'cause
can,
I'm
he
a
just
little
doesn't
wood
have
boy
to.
doesn't mean I can't.
need to eat and drink.
Yeah.
I know, but no, so he can still sip.
Yeah.
It's like, I think
Yes,
as soon as
I
the
can
cup's empty, Kai's gonna look at, giant wooden toy Gromp and be like, we haven't spent a lot of time together. Let's fix that. And he's gonna drag him off to the bar.
There's actually a cat on my lap.
I know the cat's up. The cat'll be fine.
I slowly take the cat
Throw
off.
him to the ground. Bull the cat down the hallway. It'll be
This
fine.
is kind of breaking a cardinal rule of cat on your lap, but that's fine.
You calmly, like you said, you carefully set the cat down, and as you do, it, as soon as you set it down, goes running off.
Maybe it'll meet us at the bar. Let's go.
All right, so you two begin to head to the Underfoot Tavern. As we see the two of them begin to leave Thistlehold, are any of the others joining?
Real quick,
Yeah.
before I go,
Yeah.
Bodie, Melon, ETA on dinner.
Soon.
Okay, we'll be back soon. Bye.
Man, you gotta move it. You're gonna burn it.
I can't. I am trying to use my fingers to move, but it just goes through and then I burn my fingers.
Rustles through a drawer. You use this instead, and it's a spoon.
I go for it. You probably like, I was like, I try and hold on to it, it's just gone.
Yep. Take a luck point, Melon, and we see Kieren and Gromp leaving Thistlehold, knowing that dinner will be ready soon. And we, as they start heading towards Vale Crossing proper, we cut back to the art shop. And the gnome has introduced herself officially to you at this point over the course of you cleaning together as Zinnia. And the place is... It will never not be stained in paint. That's part of the idea. But any active messes, especially with the subtle use of prestidigitation, you will manage to get cleaned up in about half an hour.
I'm also using Mage Hand on a third mop that is actually mopping.
And
Like the Wizard's Apprentice.
after most of the cleaning is done, you're still like mopping back and forth a little bit, and you notice that Zinnia has stopped mopping and is standing near the wings that you popped off and has rested her hands on top of the mop and her head on top of her hands, and she's just looking at the wings. You know, I feel like we could do something with these. What were you thinking?
I don't even know what I was thinking, honestly. I mean, I've had kids. Their mothers took care of them. I never saw them again. But I looked through the window and I felt something. I don't know what it was. It was just something. And I wanted something.
You watch this kind of confession of yours hit her for a second and hit her face, and she just goes, "Oh, I just meant what were you thinking about doing with the wings?"
Oh dear. Oh, wow.
Well, we can
And I
talk
think
more about that
like
first
the
one, though.
wood on her face turns like redder.
And you don't notice that, obviously, but Zinnia does. And she's an artist. That's something she immediately clocks. And you watch her notice it. And she gets this small little smile on her face as she's still leaning on the mop. Do you know that you can still blush?
I can what?
Well, either that, or you happen to very recently spill a perfectly circular amount of red paint around your cheekbones.
Maybe it was one of your students and you must be mistaken.
I'm sure. So, what did your... Before you became... I don't know if cursed is the perfect word. Before you became who you are now, what you are now, what did you look like before?
Just like this, except flesh, I suppose. And before that, we don't need to talk about what it was before that. No one likes that. They especially don't like that.
Why not?
Because it wasn't pretty or smart or nice. And not that I am now, but it was worse than I am now.
Well, let's start with the wings. What did they look like before?
Beautiful. Strong and red and fiery.
Red.
And essentially useless.
She walks over to a shelf that is just filled with pots of paint. And you watch as she climbs a little stool, grabs one jar, grabs a second, looks over her shoulder at where you set the wings down. And I think maybe, checks, opens one, checks to make sure, and nods to herself, and comes back to near the wings, sets down these 4 pots of paint, and looks at you, and says, here. She gets out a paintbrush, and she gets out a little scrap of canvas, and she takes each of the paints that she got, and makes a little splotch with it. And they're different shades of red. Which one of these was closest? Or, which one of these do you want now? Because being changed can be a wonderful opportunity. You don't have to be what you were before. Maybe you want to be, but you can be whatever you want. So how do you want them to look now?
Are you saying I can change?
Do you mean... And there's a second where her voice gets almost pedagogical, almost like a teacher's voice. Well, do you mean, can you change who you are on the inside or on the outside?
I don't know. I think I've been changing on the inside for a while. But looking at the outside, I don't know. And she's going to dip like one finger, like the tip of a wooden claw, to each of the paint pots and kind of wiggle them in front of her fingers, like in front of her eyes. I didn't realize I could.
Well, you said that you already know that you can change on the inside, that you've been doing that for a while. And you said that you just recently changed on the outside. So, I think, yeah, you can change. If you want. Sometimes we change even if we don't want to. And in those cases, we just have to make the best of it. But nothing to say that you can't change back or change into something else entirely. What do you want to be?
I think I want to be changeable. I think I want to be whatever I want to be on the day I want to be it. And I think she's going to put, it's a new day, and she has all of her magic, all of her spells. And as a sorcerer, I'd like to put all of my spell slots, all of them, into the paint. And make it incandescent.
You just, as you're speaking and saying that you want to be changeable, that you want to be open to the change, one of your wooden claws just dips into one of the pots, and the energy contained inside of you just subconsciously begins to flow into the paint, and it begins to, coming out from the mouth of the pot of paint is these almost invisible little sparkles. And just as you're talking, Zinnia doesn't want to be disrespectful. Your passive insight, you can tell she doesn't want to be disrespectful and look away from you while you're telling her this. She wants you to see that you are heard. But you can also just see her eye just occasionally go to there, and her her lips part a little bit, her mouth opens a little slack. And as you finish saying this, well, she takes a clean brush and dips it into this paint pot and gets a streak of it onto that scrap of canvas. What does this paint look like?
Like oil slick. It has a base of black, and depending on the angle you look at it in, it changes color. It's red, green, blue, purple. It's color shifting oil slick darkness. Something that's got a base that isn't pretty. It's not nice. It's not polite. But it could be really anything.
It all just depends on the angle that you look at it. Look at it from this angle, there's a little purple hues. From over here, some greens.
And from some, it's gold.
And as she looks at this, quick question. Have you, because she introduced herself, have you given your name?
I don't think she's asked for it, so I haven't offered it.
Okay. Well, I think that wanting to be changeable is the first step in being it. And I think we've got a good first project for my new student. So, take your wings, take your brushes, let's get to work. You take one, I'll take the other.
I like the sound of this class.
She walks to the door, locks it, and turns the sign saying closed, and she heads around behind her little...
I'm going to pull out the never-ending flask and put it on her desk and I go, we're going to need some drinks for this.
So you plop the never-ending flask, and she had already bent down, and she comes up with a bottle of wine. Read my mind. Nothing like wine and painting.
It's the best match made in heaven.
I'll provide the paint, you provide the wine.
I think I can do that for several hours.
And you two start to get to work. As that is happening, we still have Kieren and Gromp heading to the Underfoot Tavern, which I think is a perfect opportunity for our first quick little break here for people to refresh their drinks, go to the bathroom, and do all of that. So we will be back here in just about 5 to 8 minutes, y'all, and we will continue this story. This has been a super fun session so far. Can't wait to see where it goes. Don't go anywhere. We will be back.
And
we
that's when
are
I
back.
decided that I just can't eat human meat anymore.
Yeah.
We here
I
at
would- I
Thousand
would
Faces
hate to work for a
TTRPG and
person
Go
that
Buff
would eat
Yourself would
people.
like to say we do not condone cannibalism.
You
We
look
would
like
also
a
like to
person
say that that is a statement I never thought I would say.
What if I
Welcome to
consent life or
2025.
death?
It's one I've had to say multiple times on the ship because my sailors always evolve into how long does it take to get to cannibalism when you're underway. So happens more often than you think.
Sir, how long would it take?
Let's
Let's-
whoa chaos
It would depend on the height.
siblings back here with me. Come back to me. Let me get
1, 2, 3 related.
some ambiance here, and then we'll be good to roll. There we go. So we pick back up with Gromp and Kieren heading and entering into the Underfoot Tavern. When you enter in here, it's not the busiest that you've seen it, and you've been here 2 or 3 times, but it's got about a dozen people in here. Gertrude, the woman who seems to be the predominant employee and certainly the owner of the place, is still behind the bar when you walk in. There isn't a bard currently playing or any music right now, but there are a number of folk in here. So the two of you enter in. What do you do?
Guy, what would you like to drink? First round's on me.
Whatever you're drinking.
I know you've been mending that throat. Another round of warm moonshine never hurt nobody, right?
Gromp out of character. I'm gonna push towards talking to the gal if she's here, because you're gonna be able to talk to her better than I am for how long you can have sentences. So
You don't
that's
have
just
to tell
me
me
saying it out of
twice.
character.
You could say it in character. That you
I
are
don't know.
right.
I don't know the magic girl, so I can't say that as Kai.
Do I?
It was just Melon that met her, I think.
Yeah,
Got it.
and looking around at this exact instant, because even though it was Melon who did the talking, you saw the magician who was here, and you don't see her here at this moment. The two individuals who are familiar to you, most familiar, some faces, like 1 or 2 of the faces you recognize just by having walked past them in town at some point. It's not a metropolis. You will bump into everyone eventually. But the 2 that you recognize most are Gertrude behind the bar and the injured dwarf with whom a few of you spoke previously, who introduced himself as Elkhorn. He still has one of his arms in a sling and is sitting right now at a booth. He has what looks like a cup of coffee in front of him, and there's a book that is propped up on a stand on the table, and he's just flipping through it.
Gertrude.
Yes, dear?
Do you guys by chance have warm moonshine? My friend here's nursing a sore throat. We're just trying to get him through it.
Moonshine I don't have as on hand. But if you're looking for a sore throat cure, maybe some whiskey, lemon, a little bit of clove in there. How's that sound?
Sounds great. I was just a donkey and it was making me do spontaneous hee-haws, so it kind of messed me up.
Saturdays, am I right?
You are right, Gertrude. Make it 2, please.
Gets you 2.
3.
Gets you 3, essentially, hot toddies.
Kai's gonna make a head motion towards towards Elkhorn at the table. I'm pretty sure that guy is the one that lost his party to the gnomes. Not gnomes, sorry, goblins. There we go. I'm tired, man.
Hey, you know what? That's really nice of you, Kai. Let's head over, and I'll grab 2 of them and lead the way.
All right. There are several, or the cat that you had set down that ran away had been following you this whole time, by the way, Gromp, and has just followed you into the tavern, rubbing up against your leg, is desperate for attention.
I'm gonna set my 1 drink down, grab the kitty, put it on my shoulder, and continue.
Just keeps meowing in your ear. But the two of you, were you walking over towards where the dwarf was seated?
Yes.
He has a long black beard. He's wearing...
Jealous.
He's wearing simple clothing that the tunic that he's wearing reveals, at least in the one arm that isn't in a sling, reveals incredibly muscular arms. And like his shoulders are just almost popping the seams of the tunic that he's wearing as he just flips another page as the two of you walk over.
What, can you be a little bit more specific as to what muscles specifically are so strong?
Anterior deltoids and lateral deltoids. I mean, his trapezius major quite, and his latimus dorsi. If he were showing his back, I'm sure would be equally impressive.
I'm a visual learner. Can you point them out?
Yeah, this and this and this and. Take a luck point, both of you. I don't know why. Yep. I'm just giving it to you because I feel like it.
I think you just feel sorry for me.
Oh no, that was to Melon for saying that. Yeah, you didn't do that.
Gotcha, no. I was like,
that was Melon and Gromp. That was Devon and Morgan there. You gotta earn that. But Kieren and Gromp, the two of you see him, and do you say anything as you approach?
Care to have a couple friends join you?
I recognize your faces.
Yo.
Fine. I've hit a bit of a roadblock in this book anyway.
He, snaps, just shuts the book.
I swear some authors do not understand pacing. Ugh.
No bookmarker? That's actually one of the tougher things I've seen since I've been in the Feywild. Closing a book, you didn't even fold a page.
He just taps his temple.
So he's a psychopath.
A psychopath with a hot toddy, as I slide the drink in front of him.
And what is it that you are looking for in exchange for this kindness? Or are you simply being kind?
Honestly, it's quite selfish of us. We were just looking for someone else to hang out with. This has nothing to do with you, really.
He picks it up, sniffs it a little bit.
Well, far be it from me to say no to some drinking buddies. However, if we are going to be drinking...
And he looks at the satyr and the bugbear.
We're going to need probably a little bit more than one mug, don't you think?
Gertrude! And you just hear her from the back, "What do you want, Elcott?"
Full bottle, my love!
And she comes walking out. "My love," he calls me, sits down here all the day looking like a depressed mess. Sits it down on the table, shouts at me when I'm back there doing something, calls me my love.
Thank you, Gertrude!
Yes.
He seems to really have an affinity towards you.
We've developed a special sort of a relationship since I've been here. The kind where I annoy the hell out of her and she agrees to not kill me.
The best kind of relationship, am I right?
Sounds like me and my siblings.
Aye. So,
he lifts the mug. Or actually, he first finishes the mug that he had, and then he goes and grabs the mug that you had brought over.
What are we drinking to? Success? Failures? New loves? Lost friends?
I turn my head to Kai and kind of give a nod.
To new friends, small victories, upcoming victories, and a kick in the ass of a hag.
And a kick in the ass.
And a kick in the ass.
And he drinks it.
But I want some more about that toast. Kick in the ass of a hag. I need some stories. I've been dying here.
Can I give the abridged version?
Yes, of course. You don't have to
What's
actually.
happened in the
Yeah.
Thanks.
So,
I'm gonna make Gromp do it because he doesn't remember.
what parts of your time here? You don't have to say it. Just like, is there anything you're leaving out?
No, I'm not meaning like leaving out. It's more like I don't want to.
No, I
say
understand.
it myself.
No, I totally understand. I'm asking just, are you telling him everything that's happened, or are you focusing on certain exploits?
Probably the highlights of like I don't have to talk about the unicorns per se because they probably want their privacy, or really like and talk about like saving kids but not revealing will per se.
Mm.
You know, fighting the hag, what Gromp was getting up to and fire and whatnot, and just like trying to do some general pandemonium, but also like saving people as we could.
And
The joking about the fairy goat father.
And I will constantly hype Kai up whenever he talks about the cool shit he did, but he's like somewhat modest about it. And Gromp will really be like, oh, you had to be there. You should have seen him. He was kicking ass and taking names.
We stabbed her when she was a dinosaur, and then she wasn't a dinosaur.
At this point in the story, the hot toddy's gone, the bottle has been cracked into, and it's already about a third gone. So as you're saying this, he just raises a glass in his good arm.
To the fairy goat father!
To the fairy goat father.
Clink. Well, sounds like you lot have been having a fair lot of success. I'm happy for you. If you need, I would say, a helping hand, because only one is all I can offer.
Well, tell us your story then. How do you end up getting here with only the one hand working?
Unfortunately.
And the assumption is that Wraught actually already told us what it was. Kai's just like digging for a little
totally.
bit more information.
Totally, 100%. You never know what might be revealed the second time someone tells a story.
There's a lot that I don't remember about how I got here. I don't. I came here with my crew. Valor's Call, we're called. It was me and 3 others. But once we were here, there was a fight. We ran into this other group, called themselves the League of Malevolence, if you can believe that name. Kinda shite name. I don't remember exactly what happened, but we got our arses handed to us. I'm not ashamed to admit that. Ringo Run, he tried to get us out of there. He cast some spell to try to let us. I suppose he was trying to teleport us out. But apparently it didn't work, or at least didn't work right. We were separated. And I woke up here. Last thing I remember of the fight was that old man trying to get us out of there, and then poof, black. And then here. And I've barely left since. Apparently they found me outside of, there's some trees nearby they called the Shroudwood. And around the same time they found me, they say that they saw some goblins dragging another person away. According to what they told me, it sure sounded like Elkhorn. I'm sorry, not Elkhorn. He's Elkhorn. According to their description.
Dragging him off? What?
According to the description, the armor that the person was wearing sounded like Strongheart. That fool. He would be the one to get himself captured. Good egg, but not an ounce of wisdom to fill his head.
How
So he's a
long ago was
barbarian.
that?
It was about 10 days or so ago. I've barely left here since. But you believe me, as soon as I'm fully on the mend, as soon as I can hold my shield again, I'll be out there trying to find them. I know they're here somewhere.
We actually talked to some blink dogs a little while ago who said that they saw, like, a humanish figure in armor getting dragged off by goblins. So, I'm wondering if that's the same guy.
Oh, sounds like it. Did the dog tell you where he was being dragged to?
South, I think.
South. Damn it. That's the best lead that I've had so far. What are we waiting for?
And he, like, rockets up from his seat. Grabs his arm and sits back down, grabs the bottle and immediately refills his glass and takes a drink to numb the pain.
Gromp puts his hand very softly on his shoulder. You'll get through it. And casts 3rd level Cure Wounds.
Woo! And you cast this. He doesn't immediately notice because, you know, the pain is still recent, so there's still pain flooding through him even as you do that, not to mention the alcohol is starting to deaden his senses. But you heal him, and before too long he just you're continuing to discuss, and or just after he sits back down, takes a drink, you put your hand on him, he just shrugs to himself and then looks at his arm and he moves it a few times.
Holy shit, I think I've actually gotten drunk enough I can't feel anything. It's been a while since I've gotten there. Oh fuck, I'm a lightweight now. I haven't even finished the bottle.
Well, how about you sleep off that hangover at our house?
Oh, but if I were to leave here, what would Gertrude do without me?
Just fine!
See, she'd miss me.
Absence makes the heart grow fonder, my friend.
Gromp will grab the bottle and pour another round for everyone.
I can see Gromp like using his bait where it's like a yeah, and just like leading him out the door with the bottle. But that's just a mental image, sorry.
Well, do you have a room here? I don't need to put you out. However, if we want a change of scenery to finish the next bottle, I'm more than happy. Lead on.
As the two of
friendships.
And clink, another drink is shared, and as the three of you make your way out, he does stop by the bar at first.
Gertrude, my love, I do regret to inform you I'll be out for the evening. You'll have to find your own entertainment for the rest of the night.
I'll manage, Elkhorn. Now, the two of you, get him back here safe. Pain in the ass, but... no, I've come to like him a little bit.
I'll give
A minute! And he, like, as he's still backing out, like, the two of you guys, like, helping lead him back, as he is just pointing at Gertrude with a big smile on his face. I knew you liked me! Ha!
I'll give her a gold for her troubles in putting up with him.
And she just takes it with a appreciative nod, just sweeps it off the counter.
Has it been soon yet? I feel like it's been soon.
I think it's been a little while, but maybe not into the soon area.
Yeah,
but you know what? We'll go back anyways.
And we kind of hustle back.
And when you arrive, you see a Melon and Bodie sitting cross-legged in the chairs in the front entry with 2 cold plates sitting in front of them.
We brought friends.
I'm trying to eat the one in my lap, considering I can't use my hands, so I'm just crouched down, eating like that.
Well,
Oh, hey guys.
Hey. Yeah, how was your small stroll?
I brought you a friend, and I kind of push him forward
Oh,
towards
wait a
Bodie.
minute, friend.
As you
Me and the mouth to feed. Fuck! And immediately he gets up and goes to the kitchen.
push
Just and just goes to the kitchen.
Buddy hadn't had a hot meal in 7 years.
as like Bodie goes off in a huff. Elkhorn, just like glass still in his hand, leans back towards the two of you.
I think your mom is mad.
I
do
think
that.
he likes you.
Oh, you think he does too? Well, I'm just Mr. Popular today. The rest of you, pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Elkhorn. This is Gromp, and this is Kieren, my drinking buddies.
Hi, Melon. Hi, Otto.
Who are you? You've
Wraught.
met before,
Hi,
have you? I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Kieran's
I
my
said
brother.
we had a house, man.
We're roommates.
Whose house?
We're actually communists.
I don't even know what that means, and yet I'm in favor of it right now. To the communists!
Bodie
Swashes a
shuffles
drink.
back in.
The official stance of the podcast. Bro, communism.
We here at Thousand Faces TTRPG and Go Buff Yourself do enthusiastically endorse democratic socialism.
Socialism, yes. Communism, no.
Hey, that's why I made a distinction.
Yep, thank you. Thank you. Communism doesn't.
Bodie shuffles back in, and without even a plate, he has a sandwich in his hand. Welcome to our home. Sorry, it's a sandwich. You guys, Melon slaved over an open flame to make you some beautiful, what do you call this?
I don't know.
Something fried white. Yeah, fried white. So enjoy it.
Heated grain, meat, and greens.
And
Yep.
like
No,
you're trying to
fried
figure
white.
out what the name for this thing is, and it is already like halfway down his gullet as he just
I was so hungry. Yeah.
and Otto, you had your hand up.
Yeah, Otto's been in the basement the entire time.
Okay.
Otto wanted a workshop, and the house gave him a workshop, and he's just been down there making arrows the entire time, retuning his bow and everything, hanging out with Gideon, just doing some hair dad and bush son activities.
And Gideon is still wearing like the tourist T-shirt
Jorts. He's wearing jorts.
that he
Yeah,
have,
Gideon.
yeah, and the overly long
And
Jinko
a
style
wah-wah.
that look like just the '90s style skater jeans on him because he's a short little animate shrub, and he has the tourist I Heart Veil Crossing T-shirt on still, and it's just. Yeah, so I was thinking this voice. I mean, anytime I did it, the growly one, everyone thought I was aggressive or mean, but I've noticed when I talk with a higher pitch voice, no one really thinks that I'm threatening. Do you like this one?
No, Gideon, I really don't like that voice at all.
Oh.
Honestly, I prefer the one that you usually have. It suits you better. That's
I've done so many now, I don't even know which is my usual.
Like, did you like the growly one?
No, that's Clapperclaw's voice. You learned that from
Wait,
Clapperclaw.
but he can. But if he can have it, why can't I have it? I mean, I thought it sounded nice.
I understand that. It does sound nice, but that's his voice. And the way things work in this world, I've understood, everyone has their own thing. And the voice you had before was perfect. You don't have to change who you are to please me.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Can you hear me that arrowhead over there?
Yeah, no problem. Goes and shuffles over and grabs you an arrowhead. And
Not that one, the other one.
how was I supposed to know that?
I was You know what? That's on me.
I
I'm
don't
sorry.
have eyes.
How the hell do you see me?
I don't know. I am just as new to this whole being alive thing as I mean, I'm just as new to me being alive as you are to me being alive. So I'm still figuring it out too. I don't even have vocal cords. I don't know how I'm talking. Anyway, is it this one?
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
That one.
Grabs it. Comes over to you.
Brings it over to like one of the arrow shafts and whatnot, and kind of snaps the arrow shaft a little bit, sticks it up onto the arrowhead, puts it back together, mends the arrow back. Now I have an arrow.
I mean, that's a great way to make arrowheads with magic. Heck yeah. Just reseal it on there. That works great.
Yep. Here we go.
I mean, if you had mending, you should theoretically very rarely run out of arrows.
Correct.
I mean, if we're talking about making arrowheads.
Nope, I already made it.
mine.
No, I already made the arrowheads. I've been making them
Yeah.
the entire time.
Yeah.
with scrap
These are
metal.
special ones.
Yeah. All right. And that's what we've been doing down there and everything. Well, did you at least have fun with the kids while we were gone?
Well, I mostly stood very still because there were a lot of them, and it's the most people I'd been around in a while. Speaking of which, do I have to change my voice around other people?
No, you can keep this one. You can just be yourself around everybody.
Well, what if myself tomorrow wants to do a different voice? Can I do that?
That'll make you happy?
Maybe.
All right, Gideon. He gets down lower than he normally does, down to Gideon's height. What I want you to do, what I would love for you to do, is to do whatever makes you happy. I will fully support you in any way possible. If you want to have a high-pitched voice, you can have a high-pitched voice. You want to have a deep low voice, you can have a deep low voice. You can fluctuate mid-sentence if you want to.
Well, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
I don't really know who me is yet. Still figuring that out. But I heard you use the appreciate that you're letting me be me, even if I don't know who that is yet.
There's times where, there are people who sometimes don't know really who they are. And then there's times where they do know who they are. And it might be something different that some people might visually think they are. But at the end of the day, it matters what's in here, finding for his inside his heart, wherever that would be at on a plant, man. But right there. So as long as you feel however you are, I will support you no matter what. Wow, that's nice to hear that being said.
Hold on. I have to make a really quick roll for Gideon for insight. And he has disadvantage on this because he's a very newly awakened shrub. Yeah, it's the same roll. But Gideon, the awakened bush that is wearing a overly large t-shirt and jean shorts that look like long pants on him, shuffles over to you. Do you need to hear that too? I can say it.
Yes, I do.
I like whatever you are. You've been nice to me. And, well, that's really all I know. But that's enough for me.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Did that help?
Yeah, it did, bud. It did.
Good. What's the next arrowhead?
That one that looks like a crescent moon right there. That one.
Grabs it, and the two of you continue working downstairs. Wraught.
I think you're supposed to be making dinner sometime. I don't know when it's doing.
Wraught, we are, hold on one sec. Let me cut to a different. We'll keep using these ambiance. This will work. What at this point you and Zinnia have been working for the better part of 45 minutes on your wings. What does yours look like? Actually, hold on. What would you like yours to look like? And now I'm going to need you to make a roll.
I think that the first thing she would have done is drench them in paint. Just covered them in an absurd amount of paint. And then started to try to use her claws to draw patterns in the paint where there was a lack of paint. So trying to take paint away.
A relief
with her
of
claws.
paint in a way. Very cool.
She wants to drench herself in something. She wants to change so badly and then start to recover from it.
Could you roll me a... Let's use your choice, performance or a dexterity check, whichever you would like.
That will be performance, because my dexterity is quite bad. Natural 1. I just don't think she knows how to change herself.
Perfect. No. Oh, hold on. Because this isn't about changing yourself. This was purely for the paint. And so...
So she spilled it all
Natural
over.
1, what's the total?
4.
4. Okay. So I love that detail that, like, you've spilled it and, like, at this point you're just trying to scrape it away. And you can tell you're not unintelligent. You may not be very artistic, but you can still look at something and know, I'm screwing this up.
This is not what I... this is something somebody else does, not me.
Hold on. One thing that I like to tell my students is trust the process. Now, you've got a great base here, but we just have a little work to do on. Here, try using this. And she gives you a small tool to scrape the paint away. And she had been working at her own little space, but she comes and brings her, well, your wing that she had been working on over to right across from you. And you've been working for about 10 minutes at this point on it, at this point in the conversation. The wing that she had been working on looks beautiful, but it was done in a very different style. She wasn't doing the carving away process. She was painting details and things like that. But she sets it down and it is gorgeous. And then, to your absolute horror, she grabs the pot of paint that you had been using and pours it over
No, don't
her
do
wing.
that!
No, they've got to match. We're going to learn together,
Why
you
does
and I.
everything have to match?
Oh, the wings are your style. We can always change them back. That's the wonderful thing about this. This paint, we can strip it. So, let's go with your idea. I like that. So, how did you do that? You covered it first, and then we're going to carve some away. So, I've got the tool, just like you have now. So, where do we want to start?
I guess at the beginning. So, the top?
From the top. So now, Joe, I would love to know, in your idealized version of what you could produce, what would it be?
I think she wants to carve a story in this color shifting paint. She wants to make something that shows change. She doesn't want any kind of ending. but a beginning and a middle is not so bad. So I think she wants, starting from the very top where she's been walking on her hands, these wings that have the claws that are her hands, to keep her feet out of the mud. Mountains. And she's going to take her claws and carve in the most jagged, rudimentary mountains. And then, a little bit more elegantly, at the bottom of the mountains, she wants to carve a village. And then below the village, there's a city. And then below the city, there's a circus. And below the circus, there's a swamp and a forest and flowers. But it doesn't go all the way to the bottom. There's so much room for more. And it leaves it untouched and changeable.
The going is slow, but Zinnia helps you along the way. She coaches you gently. She, in alternating measure, gives you warm encouragement and also quick biting words if that's what you need. If you start to be too hard on yourself and you need to be, get a verbal flick on the wrist for doing that.
Drawn back in.
Yeah. But after about 30 minutes of work, could you make me another roll of your choice with advantage, either performance or dexterity?
I just rolled a nat 20. I'm having Sarah come over and confirm it.
No, I certainly believe that. So, after about 20 or 40 minutes of work together, Zinnia steps back. I think they look wonderful. Are you happy with them?
I think I click my head far enough that it turns an entire 360 on the joint in my neck. I think I could learn to be happy with them.
You mean, you think you could come to change? If you don't like them now, and you could come to like them later.
Do you really think people can change? If I said that, let's say these wings were made out of blood before, and all I've done is cover them in paint, do you think they can change from being made out of blood?
Maybe not. I mean, these wings look much more beautiful now, but they are still wood. Putting a coat of paint over that doesn't change that. But they weren't wood before, you said. So they've already changed. And now, they're wooden wings with a coat of paint on it. Before, they were just wooden wings. They're already different. You don't have to change into something entirely different to change. It's steps. But if we were to cover this with paint, and then another layer, and then another layer, and again, and again, and again, there would be so much paint on here caked up that even if the wood on the inside were to rot away entirely, these wings would still be. They wouldn't be wood anymore. They would be different. But it wouldn't happen overnight, and it certainly wouldn't happen with just one layer. But it can happen.
But you have to keep painting.
I think if I come back again, if I live through what I'm doing, maybe I'll ask you first and schedule a class and have your students paint my wings.
I think they would like that. If you arrange it with me ahead of time next time.
I said I would ask.
I appreciate that. Look, see, progress. Already changing. Just
guess
2 hours
even
ago, you
old-
stepped in front of my class, bold as the day you were born. And
You don't know how bold I was when I was born.
know how bold you were an hour or two ago. And now here you are, saying you would ask permission before stepping in front of my class. What a change.
Well,
And that
in
was just
case, I'll
2
give you
hours.
Something. I'll put a deposit down in that case. And I'm going to reach up and I'm going to tilt my head back and I'm going to pull out one of the golden scales in the cusp of her throat. Pluck it free. Just, it's made of wood. And pop it in her hand. I'll go, a deposit for that class.
She looks at the scale. I'd rather your name. After all,
Wraught.
I did give you mine. Wraught.
With the W. It's what I do. I bring. I wrought.
Wrought indeed. Well, I hope that those new wings serve you well. And I hope that, well, I can't wait to see how the story ends. What's next for you then?
A new story. A new realm. And maybe becoming a hero. Something I've never been before.
She gives a little smile to herself and a quick raise of her eyebrows as she thinks something that she doesn't say. Well, for what it's worth, for very special students, I do offer one-on-one classes that can be paid in wine.
A one-on-one class, you say?
I'll keep it in mind for next time I'm in town.
In the meantime, it's been a pleasure sharing an evening with you, Wraught.
It's been a pleasure sharing any kind of time with you, Zinnia.
Now, I have one more student I have to clean up after.
Don't worry, I know where you keep the mops.
And she refills your glasses, and the two of you clean up the little bit of mess that the two of you made before she leads you to the door and says her goodnight to you. I hope to see you again.
With any luck, pray to all of your Feywild patrons, you will.
Never been big on luck. But here's hoping.
How about pray to me and I'll come back?
Oh, now there's the woman I met 2 hours ago. Pray to me, she says. She walks into my studio, taking charge of my class, and she leaves it
Maybe
as a
the wings
god.
are bold as brass now.
Well, I don't think we've quite reached the status of divinity, but it was a delightful evening. See you
We'll
soon.
have another later. And I'll bring the wine.
She gives you a nod and shuts the door.
I'll head home. And the heart is lighter for some reason. It's she started with feeling very, very heavy and couldn't go home with it. But it's a better feeling. And it may not be true, but she feels like the lights are brighter as she walks towards the house.
You arrive at the front door of Thistlehold, and the knocker says,
What room can you never enter?
This one, if you don't let me in.
The door busts open. Wraught, I know this riddle, actually. I actually know this one. And then I close the door behind me. And then just longingly wait for him to ask again.
like there's this moment where you burst out, shut the door, the knocker slams, and you just stand there expectantly, and the knocker's eyes just kind of flick back and forth between the two of you for a second.
No, come on, do it.
Give me a second. What kind of room can
Mushroom,
you never...
mushroom! It's a mushroom!
Yes, it's a mushroom.
Clunk, and the door swings open.
After you, Wraught.
He's already tired of our
Thank
shit.
you. And as she walks in, she's dripping wet paint.
And there is an additional individual in the room, the
Who
entry
brought
room.
this drunken dwarf home?
You do recognize him because you have spoken with him before. But Elkhorn...
I've been in his brain.
yeah, Elkhorn is very rosy-cheeked, very inebriated, and has been engaging Bodie for the last little bit.
So you're telling me you're not actually their mother. You just act like one.
No, man, often friendship can be personified through the act of love, man. That don't have to be
I
romantic.
get it.
mean?
I
Don't
get
tell
it.
him to start
Oh,
journaling.
That's, strong art is the
think
same
he
way
could,
with
right?
our group.
Look at him.
Mothering us all the time, making sure that we've eaten, making
Yeah.
sure we've cleaned our armor.
Yup. Yeah, buddy. You want to sit down, maybe? Have a glass of water? Or...
Why, do I look like I'm drunk or something?
I didn't say anything, but since you just popped it right out there, you sound like you got a bit of a guilty conscience. Just saying.
I mean, if
I'll go get you some water. And he walks away and gets
Calm motions to try to sober him up.
It at least settles him down into being a chill drunk. And so when you calm his emotions, it doesn't take away the inebriation. It just changes what type of drunk he was. So instead of a little bit more boisterous and all of that, just
So
And,
now we can have a conversation.
his head thunks back against the chair that he sat down in front of.
Nope.
He's not even going to drink
Who
the
brought
water.
him home?
He's actually one of my good
Oh,
friends.
I'm sorry, this was rude of me. This is Gromp, and this one here is Kieren. He brought me here. Am I drinking
Did you
buddies?
take a man? Did you steal a man?
Who invited you in here, huh?
She loves you, man.
I'm the leader of the band. Are you?
I don't know if that's true.
Shut up!
Immediate. I don't know about that.
I'm not even gonna bother taking a vote at this point.
Has anyone seen Otto, by the way?
Wherever he is, it's far away from me.
Hold on.
Why are you here?
Door opens.
Downstairs.
The basement
Right there.
door opens.
Holy.
And for the record, the last time you were in here, there was no basement door. That
Yep.
door was not there. To the point that I have to add a new tab for my notes.
Who put that there? That's the dumbest place for a door ever. Clearly, it would be better aesthetically if you were a little to the left.
Oh, Bodie, you're right.
Bodie.
You're right. Say it with your chest.
Oh.
You're right.
No, if you want to
No,
put the
he's
door
not.
somewhere,
Nobody is right.
If you want to put a door somewhere where it's hidden, you want to put it where it's like you're not going to see it, where the sunlight isn't going to come in.
You know what?
To
You
your
know what?
left.
I'm just glad my friend came out of it, and he's gonna pull Otto a little bit. Did you eat? Did you eat something?
No, I was waiting for y'all to say when food was ready.
That's what I was waiting for.
What did he go? Okay, excuse me. You fucking left and did not have any perception in time. And Otto, I didn't know.
I'm getting married.
I'm sorry.
Yo, who unlucky
Again?
motherfucker?
As this thing is happening, by the way, Elkhorn had temporarily fallen back asleep, and when Bodie started shouting, he just went,
5 more minutes, Mum.
Is there a drunken dwarf on our couch?
Don't worry about him. This is more about Wraught.
I'm sorry, I didn't introduce myself. My name is Elkhorn.
That's Elkhorn.
This is Gromp. And this
Hi.
fine fellow over here is Kieren. I haven't introduced. It's nice
I'm
to
gonna
meet
reach
you.
out my hand
I'm
to Kieren and go,
Elkhorn.
wonderful to meet you, Kieren. It's been so long. I've never met you in my life. How are you?
I'm trying to drink some water now.
Yeah, more
That's so good. That's so good. Yeah.
poison.
You fucking jerky piece of shit. I mean,
Bodie.
Now you
Sorry,
really are
sorry,
sounding
sorry,
like my mother.
it's giving me a fucking headache, man. I just cooked and everything. Now I
Kieren, how
gotta
much
take care
did
of
you
it.
drink?
Why do I like the drunk one in real life, but I'm still cold sober?
I am the drunk one in real life.
Oh, him? He drank like a champ would have made the dwarves proud. He would have. Yep.
You brought a monster into our house.
Not a
Well,
monster.
Well,
and he like stands up and he
me.
like starts to cradle his arm just reflexively, and then
all right, I'm so drunk I can't feel that. Where's the monster?
Wraught,
I'm
I'll
gonna
get
use
him.
minor illusion, a little
Trigger
bat for him to
words.
swat at.
don't.
This is the dwarf that lost his party, the one that you already
Yes,
talked
I
to.
know.
the other day.
I've been in his brain. I know he lost his party to the goblins, and you brought him home?
Can we? Okay, I'm sorry. Can we just ignore him for a second? You're getting
That's fine.
married?
I'll sit over here.
I love your
Again?
wings, by the way.
We don't need to talk about that. And we don't. No, listen. No, we're not. I'm not getting married. Maybe
Why'd
I
you
might
say that?
later.
Why'd
She's
you-
lovely.
You did twice already. You sure it's the right time?
1, 2, 3. I guess this will be my
Married
fourth
me.
marriage.
Oh yeah, I did forget about that one. That did not work out well.
Otto, you missed a lot downstairs. I just have to say.
What were you doing?
Have you eaten? It was kind of cold, but good.
No,
Ish.
I haven't eaten. Well, I saw them
Who
working on the
cooked?
food. And they were Melon and
I did.
Bodie.
Well, Bodie mostly did.
Bodie,
I
can you
can't
even
use my
read?
hands.
really
I
quick
do it with my heart, man.
quick pause. I just want to redirect back to Otto because I think he was in the middle of something, and I think it got cut off there.
No, it was just Melon and Bodie were cooking when I went upstairs, and they were still cooking, so I just came back down. And when I came back down, Gromp and Kieren and Kai weren't here, and I just went and did my own thing.
There is from the door that Otto just came through, and it's still slightly ajar. You hear a
Yeah.
and then Gideon jumps up the last step. Man, steps are hard when you don't have feet.
I
Jeez.
forgot he existed.
What the fuck happened to his voice?
See? This is what I was saying.
Oh, he seems really sad.
I should do the other voice. I'm sorry.
No,
There's my
no.
friend.
Oh fuck! Don't be pressured, man. You be who you be the bush you want to be. Okay. You only get one bush life, I think.
Gideon is going through some life changes right now, and Gideon is exploring his life and trying to find his voice the proper way. And what we're all going to do
Be
as
nice.
a group is accept that and just be there for him as he finds his true voice.
Is it just gonna stay the same, or is he gonna is that his new voice, or is he gonna keep going through this?
We're going to support him through whatever voice he has.
Gideon, I fucking love your voice.
Gideon, your voice is shit.
You're a bitch.
It's so true.
Gideon, no, and
Gideon, that's not true.
Gideon, and Bodie's gonna suck his legs into his shell. Gideon, listen, everything's a little emotionally charged right now. I'm sure you can understand. When there are more people, the more shit happens. Okay, so what Gideon needs to understand, she could just be you could be your own self.
But why that one say that my voice was bad?
No,
That was a joke. Shh.
It was
It's
just a
okay. It's
joke.
called projection.
Oh,
which is
It amuses me.
I didn't get it, and now I do.
Gideon gets
Now
it
I get
now.
it. Now I get it.
yeah. You can cool it, okay?
sorry.
Hope you get termites
Not
and your
you.
fucking face falls off.
And as
Excuse me?
I'm gonna take Wraught outside.
hold on.
Hold on.
No. I want you to continue. Go ahead.
I said, I hope you get termites and your face falls off.
And now I'm going to take Wraught outside.
I'm gonna fight being taken outside.
Do you two want to do this as contested, or do you simply want
I'll
to
contest
narrate it?
you.
I'll fight you.
Okay.
All right, so that'll be a contested athletics check then.
2 wooden dolls fighting each other.
Clacker, clackety clack.
Clack, 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 clack.
Thank God they don't have the marionette strings, or they get all kinds of tangled.
It's Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
100%. 100%.
I have a -2, so I got a 12.
I win.
What'd you get?
18.
That definitely wins. So
As he drags me outside, I'm going to attempt to use my dragon breath. Just because she's now spitting mad, except the only thing that comes out is cardboard cutouts of flame and little wood chips.
just a little wood chipper and like little drawings of flame that come out and then drop to the floor.
It makes the sound of like the little kind of party things.
As that happens and the door to Thistlehold shuts, Elkhorn just snores really loudly and then looks around at the environment that's changed a little bit since he passed out. Oh, miss something? And we cut to outside with Gromp and Wraught.
But as wood people, I just feel like,
Wood people, my ass, you are nothing like me.
okay, I might not have pretty red wings, but I'm actually quite a lot like you.
How? Tell me how. Gromp, how are you like me? Tell me in
Hard.
three ways you're like me.
Hard, wood, brown.
Other than being made of wood, before we were made of wood, tell me how you were like me. Gromp.
Sassy sometimes.
No, you're not. You're a suck-up. You're a bootlicker.
I like hugs and kisses.
I don't like that.
I think you're lying to me, and I give you a kiss on the cheek.
I smack you on your other cheek.
Okay. Point taken. I just felt like things were getting a little hot in there, and, I don't know. We had a nice spa day. I just wanted to help out.
Okay. You want to help out?
Yes.
Then keep your friend from being a fight-starting bitch.
It's actually my best friend.
Fine. Gromp? Fine.
Yep.
You want a new best friend? I'll be
No.
your new best friend.
I guess I can't have 2 best friends, technically. Okay, you're in.
Great. And your current best friend is being rude, antagonistic, and starting fights.
I don't, I'm not here to take sides, of course, but it did sound like you were the one that told our bush friend you called him kind of a mean word, and we're making fun of his voice. And I realize I did start it by calling out his voice, but I was just surprised.
So you're saying that you started it, and because I helped you start it, I'm the bad guy.
Oh, yeah. Actually, that's kind of exactly what I'm saying, kind of. You're not bad. You're not a bad guy. You're a nice...
No,
Give me
you're
one-
saying I'm
get-
not nice.
And I turn to the door knocker. Can you back me up here?
I live outside of the door. I didn't hear too much. If you fill me in, maybe I could provide advice in the form of a riddle? Would that
we'll
be
go.
helpful?
Okay, real quick, super abridged version. She came in, new paint on her wings. She said something kind of mean to a friend inside. And then my best friend said something mean to her.
I have the perfect one.
Wraught, listen up.
What do you call someone who never sees that they are at fault?
Fucked. You called them fucked. And I'm gonna spin on my heel and walk away.
Was that right?
Personally, I was thinking narcissist, but that works as well.
And
I
because
kinda
that was a
want-
correct answer, the door pops open.
Wraught, you nailed it. Wraught, come back. You actually nailed it.
Inside, as this conversation has been happening, Elkhorn, who had snapped awake.
You all work together, don't you? Seen some bad shit together, am I right?
The five who are still inside, by the way, are Gideon, Otto, Melon, Bodie, and Kieren.
I probably went back up to the kitchen to try and do some more heating up, but
Okay.
it's not working.
So then it would be minus Melon.
You all work together, right? Seen some shit.
I tell you what. And he just plops down next to him, pulls out a fresh joint, and lights it. It's been real fucky.
My mate, Molliver, they and Ringoran, they would always butt heads, especially when things were going hard. It happens. If I've learned anything in my time with the Valor's Call and years before that, to survive doing what we do, fighting the good fight, it takes all types, and we need all of them, even if they're hard to work with. So however you do it, gotta figure out how to work together.
Yeah, man. And I think it's just been, and he passes the joint to you. I think it's just that I think all the pain is so fresh for everybody, especially considering we haven't really had the time to decompress. So I think everybody's kind of reacting instead of acting, you know what I mean? It hurts, man. It's loud, really loud. It's just you have to understand it. I mean, we're all gonna try to stick together and stick this through.
I remember there was about a good week, maybe 8 days at one point, that Molliver and Ringelrun didn't say one word to each other. Every day that we set up camp, they'd sit at opposite ends, acting like petulant children who had their toy taken away. Blame the other one for it. In the end, a good drink, and, I will admit, a few punches thrown. It's amazing how healing to the emotion a black eye can sometimes be. Sometimes people just need to let it out.
I feel that. And he takes a long drag and kind of flicks some ash at his feet and stomps it out. I just really wish that it wasn't such a pissing contest, you know? Every time you talk to someone, they think their hurt's bigger than someone else's, and you just come together and realize it all kind of sucks. You realize you gotta give the benefit of the doubt, man, and it doesn't just hurt them. It hurts everyone who loves them. You just want them to be happy. Maybe they'll journal about it. I don't know.
Luck point. Elkhorn responds,
You know, the others wouldn't like me talking about this, but they're not fucking here. Valor's Call, he used to have a fifth member. Merrick was his name. He was, it was something. Angry. So angry all the time, and just couldn't be tempered. So eventually, Strongheart, he made the call. Well, the rest of us could. And we carried on without Merrick and wished him well. Sometimes there are members of the party who weaken the party by their presence. And if the bonds can't be repaired, it's better to simply knock the whole bridge down than to keep trying to scramble across it.
Nothing you can't, man. Nothing. You just decided that it is. But I get what you're fucking saying, you know?
You never met
You don't want to
Merrick.
drown.
You couldn't. No, there was no dealing with him. He was... Trust me, we tried. He worked with us for a year. But I'm sure it was better for him too. All I'm saying is that... Be careful. The dynamics of a group that works together is fragile but so important.
You know, I really appreciate you saying that. And he kind of looks up at you because you're sitting in a chair, I assume. And
he's sitting on the floor in front of the chair.
oh, nice. Okay, cool. So he looks down at you. You know, man, I really appreciate your kind words. I never really had friends before. I just want them to be happy.
You can't force anyone to be happy.
Yeah, I'm learning that, I guess.
Strongheart said, sometimes you have to protect yourself before you can fight for someone else. I think that's probably true in multiple ways. So, while they're doing what they're doing, you still gotta take care of you. Right?
Yeah, I'm fucking fine, man. Look at me. I'm clearly mentally stable and totally physically well. He takes a long drag from his cigarette and kind of chuckles to himself. Kicks his little
Cigarette or joint?
It's a joint.
Yeah, he said cigarette. He's like,
Oh, sorry. Did I say cigarette?
Oh, you said
that was an
cigarette.
accident. Sorry.
There we go.
I was stuck in my 1940s self. Sorry about that. No, it's definitely a joint. Not a tobacco user.
So, this conversation is happening. We cut back outside to Gromp still. Are you still at the front, or have you come back in?
Yeah, once Wraught walked away and I called for her and she kept walking, turned, walked back inside. She did get the password after all.
Then we cut to Wraught. You're walking through the streets of Vale Crossing, and you start to notice that people give you giving you a bit of a berth. Something about you is making them know that they should give you your space. As all of us have encountered when
pulling open her wings and like running her fingers over the wet paint, smearing it a little bit.
Is there anything else or anywhere that you're walking?
I think I'm gonna walk to the gate that we entered the town from.
Okay.
After we crossed the troll bridge.
Okay. You pass
And
back by where the caravans are set up, the trade caravans, and you reach the edge of the bridge, basically, because there isn't like an official gate. But you get near the bridge.
And with her smeared wings in their new oil slick, I think they go slack and dragged on the ground a little bit, giving them grass patterns and flower prints. And she walks a couple of steps and she goes to her knees and digs her claws into the mud and the grass and the plants. And she doesn't care what she's hurting, because she's never cared what she's hurt before, so why should she start now? And screams and cries and just wails into the night, because nobody's ever cared if they hurt her. So why should she care if she hurts anybody? Because nobody's cared, except for her, him, herself, the three. Who cares about her? There's no pain that she can't endure, except that nobody cares. So why should she?
Wraught, how long, once you've reached this spot, would you stay here?
An hour?
Okay. Kieren?
She's made of wood. She can't sleep.
Fair enough.
And this will probably be my last input because I'm getting really
No
tired
worries.
because I still work tomorrow.
Hitting
Shortly after Wraught storms out, Kai's gonna have been staring at Otto for a minute, just like completely unblinkingly. He'll stand up. He'll walk towards the door, but as he walks past Melon, he'll reach out and grab Melon's chin to pull him so he's looking directly at the Kai, and just go, "Keep an eye open. We'll be back." And lets go of his chin and walks out the door. But very slowly working his way towards Wraught, because she's right. One head takes care of another. But it'll be a little while till he gets to her.
The entire time until they get back, Melon's basically gonna post up at the door. It's like, nobody in, nobody out.
When Kieren leaves, Gideon shuffles over to you, Otto. Did I do something wrong?
No, bud. You did. This is...
You'd tell me if I did, right? I don't know things.
I would. You didn't do anything wrong. It's... trying to work through trauma.
I don't know what that is, but I like her, whoever she is, even if she doesn't know who she is yet. That's what you said to me, and that's what I said to you, and it helped. And so I like her too.
Yeah. That's why it hurts so much. Because I like her too.
We cut to where Wraught is kneeling in the grass here. Time, just a concept that even in the... that was simply a concept even when you were flesh and blood, but is now... that concept is even more detached for you. Could you make me a perception check, Wraught?
$11.
You don't hear anything, but you smell a familiar scent. It smells a little bit like perfume mixed with paint thinner. And it smells like zinnia.
Do I have to care?
You don't have to do anything you don't want. Do you want to be alone right now? Or do you want to be alone with someone here?
I don't know.
Well, here. And
I've always been me and no one else.
as you're saying this, she like gently lifts up one of your wings and you feel like a blanket getting tucked underneath it, and then the other, and it gets tucked underneath your wings, protecting the paint from the ground. And Zinnia...
How could I want to change? How can I want to change and still be so terrible?
Zinnia climbs onto a nearby rock, and by nearby I mean about 10 feet away. Very noticeably giving you a little distance right now, but sits down and is facing towards you. Big question. Oh, you might have noticed I teach a lot of kids. And boy, are they growing. Always changing. It's a painful process. Change always is. Do you read much, Wraught?
I try. They usually chase me out.
Have you ever heard of something called the liminal process? It's a concept in literature about how our heroes in the stories grow and change. They start here, and she raises her left hand. And they end here, and she raises her right hand a little bit higher than the left one. They grow. But between those 2 points is not a straight line. They have to descend first, struggle, lose. It's only after that they emerge better, stronger, changed. It's not a straight line, my dear. Well, I can't act like I know. It sounds to me like you're feeling pretty low. And that means that in front of you is a new high. You can't grow without pain. The butterfly, the process of
turning from a caterpillar into a butterfly, it dissolves inside the cocoon, and then once it's formed, it has to fight to break its way out and struggle to make its wings strong. It's pain and suffering and scary, and beautiful and life.
And what if I'm the one who made the pain and the suffering? And I'm the one who brought the scary. What is there that waits for me?
That's for you to decide. You know, there's this thing that I like to say to my students when they hurt one of their classmates and I make them say sorry, but then I let them know that saying sorry doesn't make it so that they never hit their classmate, so that they never called them a bad name. It doesn't take it away. It doesn't take away what happened. It doesn't take away the hurt. But it's better than not saying it. I don't know what happened. But what happened, happened. It's done. All we can do is figure out what the next step is. And then, once you've taken the next one, figure out the one after that. Sometimes you'll slip and fall and lose your way. We just have to keep trying to move forward, right?
I suppose so. I didn't care what anyone thought about me before I started this. And then I did. And as soon as I did, it hurt.
Do you care
So,
what I think about you?
a little.
Does that hurt?
No.
See? Doesn't always hurt. Sometimes it does. Not always. And the times when it doesn't hurt, it makes all of those painful moments worth it.
I think you're right. I think what happened happened. And I can't change it. And I can't turn back time. And I don't need to be that person.
Oh.
Because it's not going to make it better. So I'll just be me. Because I can't change how they feel. So I'll be me.
And who you are, that can also change.
Because I'm changeable.
Exactly.
And maybe being me means being happy.
And remember, trying the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. Well, that's the definition of being a 4-year-old.
You're right. And I care what you think about me. And I care about a house and a pumpkin field.
Where are you going?
And that's all.
Where are you going from here? And I don't mean that in an overarching big question. I mean, next step. Like literally after you stand up from here, where are you going?
I'm going to go home. I'm going to go home to my siblings and the people I brought with me. And I don't care if they think I'm terrible. Because that's on them, not me. And I'll be happy. And I'll work towards a house with a pumpkin garden.
I don't know about being alright with people thinking you're terrible, but...
But I am.
Why?
And I'll be content with that.
Hold on. That's not what I've seen.
You just met me.
Right. Exactly.
And I'm terrible.
I've met you now. I think the you you're talking about, it isn't the you now. I think
So I should be not happy with how I am.
I think that there are still pieces of the wood showing underneath the paint.
I suppose I'll learn and I'll paint them later. But until then, I'm terrible. I'm awful. I'll learn to live with it. And I'll move forward.
Well, I disagree. But it's better than screaming. Do you need the walk home?
Only if you hold my hand.
What a terrible thing to ask me to do. It would be my pleasure. On the condition that while we walk home, you tell me a little bit more about yourself and focus on the parts that aren't so terrible.
There's very, very few, but I'll humor you.
The two of you begin to set off from the outskirts of Vale Crossing back into town, hand in hand, her having to reach up a little bit, you having to reach down. And the two of you talk. And with Wraught and Zinnia walking towards the house, Kieren walking away, and the remainder still at Thistlehold. That's where we'll close for tonight. And that's where we'll pick up next time. Thank you all for an incredible session. That had all kinds of highs and lows. Beautiful performances, you guys. Well done. So, really quick, let's take a big deep breath, let in all of the play emotions, and when we exhale those emotions from play, we will leave them in that world. Thank you all so much for joining us for episode 50 of The Wild Beyond. Like I said at the top, you can always find past episodes on Go Buff Yourself. Now, before you run, please don't, so that we can raid, because even if you're planning on signing off for the night, stick around for the raid. Makes them feel good to see more people raiding. And before we hop off, I want to give everyone the opportunity to shout out their socials, let you know where you can find them. So let's go ahead and start with my man Mav.
Hey everybody, it's Ray Black on Internet here, and I hope you really enjoyed this wonderful number 50th episode, because it's full on growing pains, baby. And enjoy it. Know that we all love each other. And know that we all love each other first off.
In game. It's in game.
Yes. You can find me here at the Clubhouse.
Doesn't change any of our
Yeah. You can find me here at Digital Clubhouse TV, where I'll be tomorrow, playing the game with the boys. Don't know yet, probably Fortnite, who knows. We play multiplayer games on Sundays, and I am currently playing a wonderful game on Wednesdays, which is called Lost Records, Bloom and Rage, and I think we're still on tape 1, and it is a magnificent game done by the original creators of Life is Strange, which will be my April game because Pride Month. So, yeah.
Hell yeah. Joe, where can we find you?
Hi guys, I'm Joe, and I have just released a whole new round of dice on my Etsy shop at Terrible Trio Crafts. And if you take a look at the set that's called Truth, I am donating 40% to trans support networks. So it is lovely, beautiful. So check out my handmade dice. There's anything. I make my own molds and everything. So they're super cool. And they roll really well, unless they roll ones when I'm painting my own wings. So
That was
forget
beautiful, though.
We don't need to talk about that.
We don't need to talk about it. Sarah, thank you for coming back for the farewells. I know it is a fatiguing day.
You can't find me anywhere.
Good to know.
Sorry, but you can't. I don't post things right now. Work takes up too much time.
And that is fair. Morgan?
I'm working on having even more being deleted.
Also wise.
I don't want to.
Yeah,
I don't want a presence.
Delete your Facebook account. Lauren.
Hi. I dropped Terrible Trio in the chat, so you can go take a look at all the shinies. I will say that my enormous dice collection, Dice Goblin, is like 70% their stuff. So she works really hard to enjoy it. I will be gaming on Monday night. Whether or not I'm getting out of my sleuthing bubble or to play some Dragon Age, we don't know yet. Stay tuned for danger.
Throw rocks at the egg.
The rocks at the egg. And in addition, Ethan and I will be present at Emerald City Comic Con next weekend. We will be at the Humanoid Games booth. That's our buddies Identico, who do Neon Trails as well as the Identico system. So come and join us for some cyberpunk shenanigans. Ethan's going to be force people to throw some dice. We love that. I'll be dressed up and mostly just making a fool of myself and all my friends. So join us.
Hey, Lauren, what days are you going to be there?
I don't know. I haven't decided yet. No, I think we're going to be there Thursday evening.
We'll be there, yeah.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And are we also?
Maybe the morning of Sunday.
Maybe the morning of Sunday. We don't know yet. So, but thank you for asking, because there are multiple days.
And Devon.
Good luck finding me.
This is
Bye.
my game with the fewest people who have active socials. I swear to God.
Hey,
I love it.
Find me in person.
No, I
though.
respect it.
Come party with
I
me,
respect
right?
it.
Right. Honestly, 5 minutes. Come party with me if you want.
He's
And
literally standing in the street waiting.
my name is Ethan. Feel free to check out all of our past stuff on Go Buff Yourself, or check me out on TikTok and anywhere like that as the Buff DM if you want some D&D advice, RPG tips, and things like that. Those are all of our announcements, so let me go ahead and get a raid initiated here, which I should have been
That's
doing
nice.
while we were talking, but I
That's
failed
fine.
to
It's
do so.
fine. Just sit back and relax a bit. You need to take a breath too.
I
Yeah, you
Don't-
do.
From being a
All of this.
completely eligible art teacher. Come now. We're all in love.
Let's go with Charmed Fantasy. So let's start this raid. And until we see you next time, friends, which I think our next streamed game will be a week from Tuesday for our next City of the Crimson Tower game, which will be episode 20 of that one. Or, 20. Holy crap. We're chugging along. So, until we see you then, take care of yourselves, be good to yourselves. It's a stressful time out there. It's all right to step back. It's also all right to fight back. So, take care of yourselves, be good. We love you all. Love each other. Go touch some grass, and stay wild, friends. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
And we are